Good evening. This is David Lynn, sometimes known as the Prepper Principal, and you're watching Taco Talk Live, number 322, Sunday, 7 p.m. Central Time, the 13th of October, 2024. A little hot, sweaty. I took a shower, trimmed my beard, and waiting for some folks to join me. Two in the house, please, if you would like to support the channel, it'll be greatly appreciated. I will try to do an hour this evening. One minute, 35 seconds, and 3 people in the house. Please leave a like to support the channel. Thank you for the like. Please leave a comment and I will thank you by name. Drinking coffee, Folgers, with French vanilla creamer. It's like that Maxwell House commercial. It says good to the last drop. Well, Folgers is good to the last drop. And I'm using my Don't Mess with Texas mug that my friend Dave gave me. Little Lone Prepper. Hello, Little Lone Prepper. I looked at a video I had released. Belinda's Country Living. Hello, Belinda. I looked at a video I had released a couple of months ago. And it was a box I'd done for the Black Widow. And towards the end of it, I said, and this is your box, Little Lone Prepper. I didn't catch that. And I'm sorry about that. And I have, I believe, sent Little Lone Prepper a box, and I do plan on sending a follow-up box. I'm trying to get some follow-up boxes prepped up, and I'm going to show you a few of the things I'm putting in them this evening. How are things in Belinda's Country Living? How are you doing? I know Little Lone Prepper, I think, lives somewhere where those storms occurred. And I don't know about Belinda. I don't remember where Belinda lives. Where do you live, Belinda? What country? What state are you in? What country? Oh, Lord. So, I'm in the process of doing follow-up boxes. And I'm looking at things I'm putting in them. So, slow, not much going on, doing videos. Well, that's good. I am working on boxes. Not quite finished with this one. What I'm putting in them. I'll show you a few of the items. Indiana. Okay, Indiana. Oh, Indiana Pacers. I think Caitlin Clark is in Indiana. She's that basketball sensation, the one that's driving all of the LGBT people crazy, because she's not. And they're hating on her something awful. She's a real good she's the Larry Bird of women's basketball. Remember Larry Bird? They were always complaining about Larry Bird because he outplayed everybody for several years, and he was a white guy. So it reminds me of that movie that they made 30, 40 years ago called White Men Can't Jump, but that boy could hoop. He couldn't dunk, but he he played basketball. The Bud Files, how's it going, Bud Files? Please leave a like to support the channel. One of these days, the Bud Files is going to surprise me and leave me a like. So, I bought a pack of these, 6-pack. These are very good. I had one. I gave one to my kid. This is Mountain House freeze-dried granola with milk and blueberries, 4 ounces. And it's a suggested serving, 16 grams of protein. It says 2 servings. I don't think so. It says vegetarian. So you put 4 ounces of cold water in this. These go for about $7. I'm putting one of these in the box. This is a modular operational ration enhancement, what they call a MORE Type 2 hot weather. This is pack 2. It's got a bunch of extra stuff in it. Specially designed for added nutrition during operations at temperatures above 7 degrees. May be consumed at temperatures between 40 and 70 plus degrees. It's got a first strike bar, a chocolate nuts, almonds, smoked energy gel, lemon lime, applesauce, caffeinated gum, peppermint, and 2 beverage pouches where you basically just add water and you're good to go. Just add some cold water. Putting that in there. Well, I'm still showing 2 likes. One of these days, Bud Files is going to surprise me and give me a like. These are funnels. I got them for $1. 2 funnels. What would you do with funnels? Well, if you're trying to filter water, let's say you're in the situation where the utilities are off and you need water, and you go to a water source that's a little bit questionable, and you're going to use some purification for it. The first thing you do is I would use a coffee filter, and I put one in just as an example. You use a coffee filter, you put it in the funnel, and then you pour the water through the funnel into whatever you're going to be catching it to drink, and that will filter out any large particulates. So I'm including this, and then I'm including portable aqua water purification tablets. You use 1 part A and 1 part B, and you dissolve part A first, stir it up, let it sit for a while. Then you do part B, stir it up and let it sit for a while, and then it should have purified the water where it's drinkable. Proven effective against Giardia lamblia when used as directed, camping, hiking, travel. There are 50 tablets in each. And each tablet will basically purify a quart or a liter of water. A quart is 32 ounces. A liter is 34 ounces. It'll purify a liter, and you got 50 of these. These go for about $9 right now. Melinda Elliott. Hello, Melinda Elliott. Thank you for coming. And thank you for my like. So I'm putting this in. So you use this, and then you use one of each of these, and you can purify, a quart or a liter at a time. I'm putting in a can opener that's manual, a manual can opener. What's the manual can opener for? I got a nice electric one. Well, what about if the power goes out? The grid goes down, the power goes out. You better have one of these. It'd be a good idea to have a couple. That way you can open cans that are not pop tops. I paid $2 for this. They go about $8 now. Last time I checked, about $8. I got them on clearance and I bought a bunch of them. When you get stuff on clearance, buy it. I got these on clearance. $1. Something else I got on clearance, or I got at a very good price. And I put these usually in people's boxes, something similar to this. This is a 12-pack of matches. Well, actually, this is a 10-pack, excuse me. 10-pack of matches. 32 matches in each box. That's 320 matches? 99 cents. Jocelyn's vlog. Hello, Jocelyn. Welcome. Thank you for coming. So there are a lot of people, they don't have an electric can opener. All they have is manual. Some people don't have electric can openers. There are places where people use manual ones. Yes, Jocelyn's over on the other side of the world. She's 13 hours ahead of us. So if it's a little after 7 o'clock where we're at, it's about 8 o'clock in the morning where she's at. A little over 8 o'clock in the morning. Hillbilly Josh. Hello, Hillbilly Josh. Thank you for coming. So I was showing items that I'm putting in these boxes in the process of sending out follow-up boxes on some folks. And I was showing items that I'm putting in, and one of them I just mentioned was a manual can opener, which they're going for about $8 now, $8, $9, depending on where you buy them at. You might get them cheaper. I actually got these for $2 a piece on clearance at Walmart. Somebody who was following me, who's up in Dallas, and I hadn't heard from her recently, since all my situation with the wife has happened. I've lost some folks that were regularly on my channel for my live streams and such. And she had said, well, that particular one, she was about $8 at her Walmart. Well, my Walmart had them. I guess they had a bunch of extras, or for whatever reason, or they'd had them for a while because they put them on clearance. So when they were on clearance, I bought 7 or 8 of them. And then these are usually 99 cents. So I bought a bunch of these today, and I've been giving them out when I put them. I've been giving them out. There's 32 in a box, 10 boxes. It's 320 matches. Strike them in. These are not all weather matches. These are for just standard kitchen matches, striking matches. So if you need to, light a candle, or you need to, fire up something that burns, sterno or canned heat or a tab or whatever, fuel tab, You can use those. You don't have to use the super expensive ones, which you would use, you know, for when you're out in the wind or you're someplace that they're not going to blow out on you. These will blow out on you. It's a good idea that you carry a can opener in your work bag. And thank you for like number 4. So that's something that I put in it. I had also said that I got a bunch of these on sale for $1. These are basic funnels. And you say, well, why would I give out funnels? Well, the idea, you take a coffee filter and you put it in it. There are 2 funnels here, so you get 2. You put a coffee filter in it and you pour the water through it, and it will, anything that's really large, any large particulates, it will stop them. And then after you do that, then you use, like, you can use liquid, or you can use the type of tabs that, and some of the tabs are single tabs and some of them are double tabs. These are double tabs. So in other words, you've got a part A and a part B. You use part A first. It goes into a quart, or what you call a liter of water, 34 ounces of water. And then after it dissolves and you stir it up a little bit, and you put in part B, which is the second little pill, you know. And after that tablet dissolves and you stir it up a little bit, let it sit a little while, it should be drinkable. Now, it also depends on where you get your water from. You don't want to get your water out of a pool, you know. You don't want to get your water out of a toilet. You want to get your water, if you can, out of a running source, or out of a fairly sizable lake, some fresh water that you know that there's life in it. Like, you know, it's got fish and such, that it's not like dangerously poisoned or polluted water. And this should take care of bacteria and stuff that would be very bad for you. So this has 50 pills, 50 tablets in each bottle, which means it would be good for 50 quarts or 50 liters of water. So most people drink coffee. A lot of people use the old style where they have grounds, you know, coffee grounds and such, where you get like a whatever. And that way you can, if the water's off and you don't have a clean source, you don't have a well or whatever that you can use, then this is something you would do to purify water to make it drinkable. Something else you can do is that if you're going to be, if you're someplace where you got a particular source, I would test it. So I would have a test kit, and I'm not putting test kits in I'm not putting test kits in the boxes, but you would want to have like a test kit, and you can get test kits, and it'll test for 20 different things and will let you know what's in your water, so that you don't want like arsenic, or you don't want certain chemicals that it's not going to purify for, you know, it's not going to treat it for that. And you want to know your source and what's in your, you know, what's in your water source. You could use it. Yep, portable water cleaner. Thank you. I appreciate you coming by, Jocelyn. If you're not subscribed to Jocelyn's vlog of Taiwan, please do so. She's a very good supporter. She will support you if you support her. Her channel is probably, her channel is 7 or 8 times the size of mine. She has over 10,000 subscribers, and very nice young lady, beautiful young lady. She puts out some really good content. I encourage you to support her. About to have dinner. Hope everybody has a good night or day. Thank you, Josh. You take care, Hillbilly. Appreciate you. So 20 minutes in, there are 5 in the house, 4 likes. Slow night. A lot of people are busy. They're doing other things. I understand, and I appreciate y'all being here. So another thing that I'm putting in, and I'm going to be putting these boxes out to a bunch of different people that I've given boxes to in the past. This is a follow-up box. Some of the things that I'm putting in it. So another thing I'm putting in these boxes, and I've got a bunch of these. I got a case of them in. Modular operational ration enhancements or MOREs. This is a Type 2 hot weather Pack 2, and specially designed for added nutrition during operations at temperatures above 70 degrees. May be consumed at temperatures between 40 and 70 plus. This is from the Warnick Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. It's got a First Strike bar. It's got this chocolate. It's got nuts, which are almonds, smoked. It's got energy gel, lemon lime. It's got applesauce. It's got caffeinated gum, peppermint. And it's got 2 beverage electrolyte drinks that are meant to be mixed up in a pouch. So you can basically put 10, 12 ounces of water in it, shake it up, and you can drink it from the pouch. You don't have to have a separate cup or glass. This is meant to be used out in the field. These are extras in addition to, they would issue 3 MREs to a soldier. Each MRE, and there are 24 different menus, and you don't know what you get, and maybe you'd be able to trade out or get your favorites or whatever. But this basically is an enhancement for that. Like when you're in the field and there's no field kitchen, there's no base where you can go eat in the the kitchen, the cafeteria at the base. This is out in the field. So this is something. And I'm also putting in a Mountain House granola with milk and blueberries, freeze-dried. 16 grams of protein. This is net weight of 4 ounces. You put 4 ounces of water in it. 500 calories. It says it's 2 servings, 250 per serving. I gave one of these to my daughter. I had one of these that's very good. You just use cold water, mix it up. I ate the whole thing. I didn't share it with anybody. It was very good. This would be like, you really don't have time for a meal, or you're hungry. This could be a meal. This and something to drink. There are other things that are going to go in the box, but that's what I've got in there so far. And I'll be doing a video of it. And this particular box is going to the Black Widow, who sent me a box here about a month back, and about the time I was having issues with the wife's health, which I'm still having issues with the wife's health. Thy Bullfrog 79. Hello, Uncle Al. 23 minutes into the video. Thank you for coming, Uncle Al. And as I was saying, I'm going to be giving the same box with probably a few extras, because I'm doing some different sauces, because I still haven't put sauce in it. So I'll be giving Uncle Al a box, and I'll be giving Dave and Echo from Georgia. He goes by Yoda now, and she goes Living My Best Life at 60. They'll be getting a box from me. So there's some other things I'll be putting into it, and I'll be getting them out hopefully this week. I'm hoping I'll get them filmed tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow, and that's something that I'm working on. 7 likes, 5 in the house. I'm going to try to do a few more minutes, and let me talk to you a little bit more about monetization, because I know there are some people on right now that are monetized that have bigger channels than me and make more money than I do. I haven't received a first check yet, but I understand once they owe me $100, at that point I'll get a check, and I think they do like monthly checks. Correct me if I'm wrong, Melinda. I think you're monetized, aren't you? So So I have to let the YouTube analytics examine a video that I wish to upload. So I have to upload it private, as a private video. And then after they do their voodoo on it, I get a monetization symbol. I get a monetization symbol with the slash through it before it's monetized. And then after they yeah, if I make the $100 a month, I'd get a monthly payout. Otherwise, it's when they owe me 100. So for me, it may be 2 or 3 months, before I get to the point where I've earned $100 or I've made $100 on the channel, you know. Yes, and please hit the like button, as Uncle Al says. It will help the channel. So I have to wait, and once they give me the $sign, the $sign that's not got the slash through it, I can go back and go from private to public, and I can release it. If I don't, I'm not getting any money on it. And I have to turn monetization on, So that's new. That's new. Something else that's new is that they've added, when I get my snapshot at the end of the live stream, normally you get the duration, the total watch time that you receive from the initial live stream, the average view duration, which is the average of everybody who went into it, and peak concurrence. That means how many people were on your channel at the same time. They added something called rubies, a rubies total, and then there's the chat rate and the views. So you've got the initial views, that like how many views did you have during the live stream. So like the last live stream I did, which was yesterday, I did an hour and I received 92 views. Now, if you look at that right now, if you go on, you look at my channel, you'll see that it's probably 110 or 112, somewhere along in there maybe. So there have been an extra 15, 20 people maybe that have come through. Some of them are people who follow me regularly. They have come through, and some of them have left comments, and some of them just basically just passing through and clicked on it long enough to look at it for a second or two, and just passed on it, just clicking through. And that's the that's how it works. But rubies, that one I'm not familiar with, because that's something they just added. Is that supposed to be like what they call super chats, where somebody does a donation or whatever? Because I'm not asking anybody to do a donation to me. These so-called chats or super, whatever they call them super chats or whatever. I've heard them referred to as super chats. I'm not asking for that. I'm not selling membership. I'm not doing memberships. I don't feel like my content is such, and the amount of content I'm putting out is such, that I would ask anybody to pay me to watch my material, because I don't put out that much material. When I put out material, I think it's decent. Like when I do a video, I think it's something worth watching. I do a 2 or 3 minute or a 5 minute video. I haven't been doing very many lately, but I think the content of it is something worthy of somebody spending 2 or 3 or 5 minutes to watch, if you're a follower of mine. But I don't know. YouTube is circling the drain. Well, that may be the case, Uncle Al. I know that TikTok is circling the drain. They don't know it, but they are, as far as the United States is concerned, because um, they're under a sanction that they have to divest themselves from their Chinese owner probably by early January, I think. They've got, what, 3 months? Maybe. And if they don't, they're going to pull the plug in the United States, and there'll be a lot of unhappy people that like do TikTok. TikTok's got a lot more um, members than YouTube does, you know. But then, TikTok is already banned in India. India is the world's largest, just about the world's largest market. It's got 1.5 billion people. And India does not, because India and China do not like each other, and India does not support anything Chinese, and they have banned it in India. And it may wind up being banned in the United States. So, and and a lot of people that watch TikTok and participate in TikTok, they don't know. I talk to people sometimes, and I'll tell them, TikTok's getting ready to go away. What do you mean? What do you mean? And I tell them, about the legislation that was passed, that there's a concern about security because it's, owned by the Chicoms. And they're like, they can't do that. You better believe they can. You better believe they can. And I'm surprised that it was a bipartisan thing, because it was a bipartisan thing. The Dems and the Republicans got together on that one. Hello, Black Widow. You missed me showing people your box that I have been working on. I pulled out, I was pulling out items from the box I'm getting ready to send you. That's what you get for being late. You're going to have to go back and rewatch. What's he giving me? What's he sending me? You're going to have to go back and rewatch. And leave a like and a comment. It'll be greatly appreciated. Mental zombies, TikTok users. Well, hey, I have an AP who's big on TikTok. She does TikToks. 50 years old, several kids, and she's married, and she does TikToks. She likes TikTok. I don't do TikTok. I don't do Twitter or X or whatever you want. I don't do Facebook. I don't do Instagram. I didn't do MySpace when MySpace was around. I do have a YouTube channel. That's what I do. Sometimes I watch Netflix. I pay for a subscription. My wife, my kid, they love Netflix. They listen. They like Hulu. I pay for a membership to Hulu. I have Prime, so I guess I get Paramount, but I don't have it. I don't have it on my device. So, and I don't have the premium YouTube. I may do the premium YouTube. But if you don't have premium, you get all the commercials. And that's where we get our money from. That's where I'll get my money from, because I don't expect people to donate money to me like I super chat or whatever you want to call it. I don't expect people to do that. I don't have any sort of PayPal or a Patreon or any of that crap. I don't have any of that. Yeah, people are addicted to their phones. Little kids. My students, my junior high kids, they all got phones. They have to turn them in to me at the beginning of the day, and then get them back at the end of the day. Don't let them have their phones. They have Chromebooks that they can use, and I have a program that I can turn them on and off. I can monitor what they're doing on their school Chromebook. I can shut them down. They get upset sometimes I turn off their, you can't be watching that, you know. It's not that they're watching anything indecent, but it's like, it's not school related, or I'm trying to do a lesson and I don't want them on their Chromebooks, so I shut them off. You know, it's like you're pulling their chipone from them, their little pacifier. And, you know, it's the way that is. Six, is it six? Yeah, six in the house, 7 likes. Yes, there are memberships. I'm not interested in memberships, Melinda. Why? I'm not putting out near the, I put out 2 or 3 shorts a day. What I want to sell memberships to see my shorts. I post my shorts, and that's where I get most of my views from. And I'm not asking people to, then why did you turn them on? Membership. I didn't turn on memberships. I think they automatically set it up. But the thing is that if somebody, I don't really pay attention. Truthfully, I don't pay attention to that stuff. I don't pay attention, and I keep repeating. I'm not interested in people saying, "Oh, I'm pledging something." Please, I had some help anyway setting up the monetization. I didn't do it myself. I said from the very beginning, and originally it wasn't set. It was just basically the turning on the monetization was basically the ads. The ads. And then they're selecting the ads. I'm not selecting the ads. And I've been looking at some of the stuff that they run on my channel as far as the ads that they're running. Because sometimes I will look at something using my backup channel. So I get to see what about 8 minutes into, like, you want to rerun my live stream, later on or tomorrow. About 8 minutes into the live stream, they'll run a couple of ads. The ads will last a minute and a half, 2 minutes, maybe a little less. And then about another 10 minutes later, it'll run a 7 or 8 second ad, just a little blurb ad. And then, every 8 or 10 minutes, it'll run a little something other. And that's the way that works. So if you're trying to help me, if you play the ad, I get pennies. If you play the ads, I get pennies. And that's the way that works. Hello, Devil Dog Prepper. You got a warning this live might be inappropriate. Well, look at me. I'm inappropriate. Look at this face. Doesn't this face look inappropriate? I don't understand that. I'm one of those horrible preparedness people. Please leave a like to support the channel. It'd be greatly appreciated. Right at 40 minutes in, 7 on the channel, 7 likes. It's a slow night. I think a lot of people are doing other things. I don't blame them. I might get back at some point to doing day, evening, the regular one. I was trying to do an hour a day previously, and then my wife's situation, which she's still recovering from, she had to take some of that. She had to take a hydrocodone this afternoon because she was hurting. They prescribed that crap for her, and that stuff is hard on your stomach, so you have to eat with it. And not filtering. Well, yeah, it is pennies. Not filtering. I don't know. I have it set up so children or underage people under 18 should not be able to watch it. You have to be an adult, or you should be an adult unless you're using somebody else's channel. And I try to control what's coming through. I try to get rid of trolls. I got rid of a troll yesterday, and usually other people get rid of my trolls for me. Yesterday, somebody said, "Hey, Grandpa." I said, "Okay, get rid of that one." That's a troll. Said, "Yeah, I may be old enough to be a grandfather, but I'm not a grandfather. I look forward to it, but I don't have any grandkids. Neither one of my daughters are married. They're both getting married between now and Christmas. One's getting married at the end of the month, and another's getting married right close to the holidays in December. The one that's with me that I raised consistently, that all through, she's getting married in December. The one that from my first marriage is getting married towards the end of this month." You know, I have not done it recently, but I assume you basically are releasing the same type of content that you release what you release, and you've been releasing. I like your driving videos when I have time. I really don't. Um, I If you put out shorts, I have notifications turned on. If you're one of these people that produces content, I have notifications turned on, and you should be seeing where I leave likes and comments on your shorts. I usually do 2 or 3 of Uncle Al's every day, and I'll get notifications for certain individuals. And that's basically, I run through the shorts. You put out shorts, and now I haven't seen Bert's Beats recently. You still there, Black Widow? Bert had a meteoric rise. He went from being smaller than me to being like 20,000, 22,000 subscribers in a period of 6 months or so. Less than 6 months, I think. More power to him. But I was looking at his channel the other day on because I haven't seen him recently. He hasn't put out anything recently, to my knowledge. And he was rated as a D- channel. And then I've been rated as like a C+ channel. And every once in a while I see, depending on what version I go on to, it says B- and then it says C+. I follow several channels, but I decided to look at Bert's. Somebody said, "Look at Bert's." He's rated as a D-. So what's happened? What happened there? Bert got in a wreck. Well, that's horrible. I'm glad you're doing better, and I hope you start making content. I've viewed some of your content when you were making it. Bert's been under doctor's care. Well, I'm sorry that he's a fellow teacher. He's a junior high teacher, and he's a coach. He puts out he was putting out a lot of content, putting out some good content. He's got a very good voice. He sings. I basically be watching his stuff, and he'd be watching my stuff. He puts out 8 or 10. He was putting out 8 or 10 shorts every day. Hello, Mr. Whistle. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. So, if y'all want to see, if you're somebody that just recently came in, if you want to see what I'm putting in boxes, go back and watch the start of my live stream, the first 10 minutes or so of my live stream. and it will show you what I'm putting in my new boxes that I'm giving out. The Black Widow who came in tardy has an assignment to go back because I'm putting stuff in her box. Right, it was putting stuff in her box. It'll be released as a video, a little short little video, but it won't be a short, but it'll be a shorter video. And it'll be released fairly soon, perhaps tomorrow. And I am on the back side of 1800. I'm got 40 or so to go. When I get to 1800, I'll be doing an 1800 subscriber giveaway. If you want to be able to participate in that giveaway, you need to leave me a like and a supportive comment on each of the last 5 videos I will release, or I will have released before hitting that 1800. You know. Oh. So, the idea of prepping, which a lot of people say prepping is a bad word, you know, it's a slang word or whatever. Preppers are certainly questionable. Well, the idea being preparedness. People who prepare for contingencies, the possibility of a disaster. You know, FEMA, the Red Cross, they put out pamphlets, and on their website they put out lists of things that you should have for emergencies. The idea being it may take a week for FEMA to show up. So do you have a week's worth of bottled water? Do you have a week's worth of food, canned food? Do you have, if the power goes out, do you have like a manual can opener? Do you have bottled water, food, your medication? You know, hygiene products? Do you have things for that? 3 months since surgery. Still having ways to go to get back to 100%, but I'm working on it. That's great. Yeah. Leftovers. Uncle Al gets on me about what I eat sometimes. He says I eat like a college student. I love these. I get them for $1 a piece. You basically, these are the teriyaki beef. You put the beef flavoring after you heat it up. I also like the chicken ones, chicken flavor. It's like putting powdered bouillon cube or whatever in it. Heat it up with crackers, $1. Stop eating like a college student. And I get the Quaker Oats. You know, I'll get those, like those big boxes, flavored. This is the cheap stuff here, less than $2. 10 packs. I eat 2 packs at a time. These are a variety: 4 maple brown sugar, 4 apple cinnamon, and 2 cinnamon and spice. Put some hot water in it, stir it up. I add honey. It's a 24-ounce bottle of honey. I hadn't opened this one up yet. Paid less than $5 for that. Less than $2 for this. That's what I'm eating a lot of times. $1. I use crackers. The crackers are, you know, very inexpensive. KP Heathen, hello Heathen. Thank you for coming. No, I have not watched how they make the noodles. Please leave a like to support the channel. It'd be greatly appreciated. 10 likes, 8 in the house. I am 15 minutes in. I'll try to put out another 10 minutes, and that will have an hour. My watch time is down a little over 200 watch hours for the last 30 days. Last 30 days, I haven't been doing that much because the wife, um, she's going to wound care at the hospital 3 times a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. She's got a tube in her with a pump. You sit there, listen to her. She sounds like Darth Vader. You know that pump going on. That all of a sudden does a sucking sound. She'll probably have that thing in her for another 6 weeks. They said. And she goes in for wound clean, and they do that 3 times a week. I really feel bad for her. Got that pump, and she has to plug it into electricity to charge it, and then when she's out and about, you know, and today she's hurting. So I try to make sure I take care of her, get her food, and try to take care of her the best I can. I spent the last 2 days doing yard work, trying to get things cleaned up and all. And I use a self-propelled. I don't like using the riding mower because it doesn't. It leaves big piles, out, and I like to bag. So I'll have 6 or 7 trash cans, those 33-gallon trash cans full of clippings, and I pick up limbs and various stuff. Weed eating. It's an exercise for me. Can't you see I'm all skinny now? I need to drop some weight. I'm not huge, but I'm not. It's just in the belly. If you look at my arms, my legs, my back, I don't have any meat. I don't have any blubber in those areas. Just I got the dad belly. So watch the first 10 minutes of my video, my live stream, if you want to see what I'm putting in boxes. Or that's not all that's going in it, but that's a good chunk of it. There's going to be some other items. There'll be some powdered drink mixes and some. I've been doing Chipotle, and I've been doing Cholula and the Tabasco green sauce, the Chipotle sauces. I've been putting those in. Dave will get a couple of the green sauces. Uncle Al will get some sauce. I think I'll put one in the Black Widow, but I don't know about her and sauces. I've sent her some sauces when I did her box previously. I do the drinks, like the lemonade and the grape and the coffees, that kind of stuff. I put some packs of that in. Dave's going to be getting a particular coffee he enjoys. I'll be putting several packs of that in for him. He has a hard time finding it where he's at. Manchurian candidate attempt in Nevada. That's news to me. I'll have to check the news to see what he's talking about. Uncle Al comes up with stuff sometimes, and he's a lot more current on the news and the feeds and such than I am. Picked up a large leaf bag full of plastics and trash that washed into the run-off ditch by my mom's house. Yeah, where you're at, they had a lot of water. The Carolinas, Tennessee, a lot of water. Widows in Tennessee, I believe. How was the water for you? You still there? So, the first quarter ended. I've got a 3-day weekend. We'll start the second quarter Tuesday. As soon as I come back, I got to meet with my supervisor over my appraisal. Then I've got an 8:30 ARD meeting. I got a 7:45 meeting. Then I got an 8:30 ARD meeting for one of my kids. It's all prepped up. I've got stuff that I have to do to be in compliance. I have to watch and I have to answer questions and do, I have to complete and get a certificate that proves that I went through it on modules on special ed. Just being in compliance with the BS. I have lifetime certificates for all my certifications. Nowadays, they do 5-year certificates that are renewable, and then you pay several $100s to renew your damn certificates. That's why they make money. It's all about money. But I've been certified for 35 years in most everything. My last certification was like in 95, which is going on 30 years ago, when I got my administrator's certificate, my principal certificate. Yeah, we recycle plastics, cardboard and such. There's a recycle can, a green can. Once every 2 weeks they come and get that one. It's always full. And we still throw away stuff that they would recycle, but I guess I could request a second can. You pay $5 a month for those cans. I got 2 of the trash cans, the ones that they come pick up. It's like $5 a month for them. Some people have 3 or 4. It's the type of, but it's just, it is what it is. Most of my yard clippings and plantings and twigs and grass and crap that we put out, they go in trash cans. That they have a second truck that comes around every Monday's trash day, and the people get off and they dump all those cans. If when it's really grown, grass is really grown, I do weekly, mow the yard weekly. It slows down every couple of weeks. It's at that time of the year where it's every couple of weeks. Yeah, happy Columbus Day. They call it Indigenous Peoples Day now. A suitcase attack? Please, Lord. Hey, Mike. Welcome. You're coming in right when I'm getting ready to leave. If you want to see some of the stuff I'm putting in my gift boxes now, because I'm working on a gift box, go back and watch the first 10 minutes of my live stream. I putting together a box that should go out this week. Mike Crusher Reviews, my review guy. Yeah, I'm putting in a more, and I'm putting in some Mountain House, the boxes I'm doing now. I bought a case of them. I got a case in. They're good. Their inspection date's like 25, so like they're currents. Working on that. 9 in the house, 11 likes. I will tell you, when and I was drinking coffee, using my Don't Mess with Texas mug that Dave sent me from Georgia. They went through a pretty rough hurricane. They moved 150 miles further away, and they were stuck in a hotel. Power's out. But they survived, thankfully. Oh, I'm just running through people that I sent them to in the past and sending like follow-up boxes with different stuff. You may wind up getting one from me down the road when I get around to it. When you get up in the morning, thank God for the day. You don't know how many days you have. I'm 62 years old. Drink your coffee, say the Lord's Prayer, get ready for the day. Be cognizant of what's going on. Be prepared. Life is short, but it is what it is. It's good. Life's good. It is what it is, though. Things happen. And I we'll try to do another one tomorrow because I don't have school tomorrow. So I'll try to do another one at 7 p.m. And thank you for being here. God bless, and I'll see you later. I got an hour in. Go back and watch the first 10 minutes. Bye-bye. Thank you.